Frank Turner, I come from Winchester in England, and it's a fucking pleasure.
It was really funny actually. I remember right at the beginning of January 2009, I was sat in an office with my manager, and we were discussing like what we needed to achieve for the year, and like we sat down in December and we're like, we did all of that. Like it would, you know, like signing to Epitaph was probably the biggest thing of the year. We signed in April with them, which has been amazing. I mean, obviously it's kind of there's a sort of dream come true element to it from the basis of I grew up with Epitaph Records and Bad Religion and all that kind of stuff. But also, you know, now as I mean, I'm technically now label mates with Tom Waits and Nick Cave. You know, don't touch me. You know, and they're just a great label. They you know, they make me work hard, but they do a great job of promoting stuff, and they're good people. And you know, I count many of the people who work there as my friends now. So yeah, so that was kind of the major thing. But yeah, I mean, I did an arena tour supporting The Offspring, which was cool, weird, cool. I did a lot of touring with a band called Gaslight Anthem, which was great because they're awesome dudes, really cool people. What else did I do? A ton of festivals. I did my biggest UK headline tour to date, which was really exciting. We did like the London shows at Shepherd's Bush Empire, which is kind of, for me growing up, it's like a legendary venue. It's a big venue as well, so that was a really special day. And what else? I did the Revival tour in the States as well, which was phenomenal because, first of all, I totally got the hearts for Chuck Reagan, like everyone else in the world. But also, it's just such a great concept he's got going on, you know, with the Revival. And yeah, it was a great year. And 2010 is shaping up to be pretty sweet as well.
Living in South London, no one's really clear about Tommy's job description. It's pretty clear he's vital to the whole damn operation. The take danger smiles at stranger streets, the safest girl I know in southern hearts.
The UK tour I've got coming up is going to be like really kind of like what the hell is going on kind of big as a tour. It's like it's between 2,000 and 3,000 people a show, do you know what I mean? It's like a big tour. So there's that. The Flogging Molly tour I think is going to be great. It's really funny. I really like Flogging Molly, but they're kind of, in the UK, they're kind of pretty underground, should we say. And then I got offered the support for that tour, and I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do that. And then I looked at like the itinerary and the capacities for the venues, and it was like, oh my god, we're playing to like a gazillion people every day. So that's going to be fun. Actually, the thing that's coming up this year that I'm most excited about right now is going to Australia. Never been to Australia before, never been anywhere near that part of the world, and so that's cool because every time I go to a new country on the basis that I play guitar and sing, I find it faintly ridiculous because I do it anyway. But also everybody says that Australia is like the promised land of touring, and once you've toured in Australia, you never want to tour anywhere else ever again, kind of thing. It's supposed to be just amazingly perfect. So I don't know, I'll judge that for myself when I get there, but just the fact of going to somewhere that's that far away and you know, and it's exciting, it's really cool. So yeah, it's going to be a good year.
Let's inherit the earth, cause no one else is taking it. Come on, do your worst before the moment's past. In bedrooms across England and all the Western world, there's posters and there's magazines and music.
I don't think that I could have started out in life as a solo artist, you know what I mean? I think that having been in the band is important because I learned loads of stuff about how to tour, how to put in a show, all that kind of thing, you know. And then I mean also in a way it's kind of important because I really wanted to get away from what I've been doing when Million Dead, the last band I broke up, the last band I was in, was a really weird band in the sense that we were just like morbidly intense. Like we used to like vibe each other out on purpose, and just, it was, looking back on it now, it was a really weird time. I mean, I just remember stuff like if anyone made a mistake on stage, everyone literally in the halfway through the set, people would turn around and be like in their face screaming "fuck you" at them. And on, am I allowed to swear in this interview? Sorry.
It's okay.
You know, on stage in front of like 500 people, and you've got like a guitarist starting to beat the crap out of the bass player because she missed a note, and it was like, you know, and just stuff like fighting the audience and stuff, and you know, it was just a really kind of twisted band in a way, and so when that came to an end, a lot of what I wanted to do was kind of reaction. It's like, I don't want to be in a band right now, particularly not a band that's like that. Yeah, it was fun. I'm not being down on it. I think it makes good music, but it was just, I really needed to kind of get away from that. And in a way, like the kind of simplicity of just kind of having one instrument and just playing some chords, you know, was really kind of refreshing to me. And so yeah, I guess it all kind of feeds into itself. I mean, the thing is, it's funny as well, having in the UK at any rate been in a band that some people knew about, that kind of gave me a head start on the whole singer-songwriter thing. And I've got friends who kind of start from scratch, and I'm like, man, that's hard, you know, because everybody's a singer-songwriter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Every dickhead with a guitar is a singer-songwriter, and people who kind of just start out from nothing and build that up, I have a lot of respect for, because it's hard. And like I say, I got shows when I first went solo because people knew what band I'd been in before. You know? Right. So.
Love songs that sing, we do politics and dreams. We sing songs about our friends and you might know.
There's part of me that likes to sort of say that I'm not going to tailor my set to the audience because fuck that, I do what I do and la la la. But actually, when I stop and think about it, really, you know, I consider myself, the word I would choose, if I'm allowed to choose, to describe myself and what I do is I'm an entertainer. And I'm very proud of that description. And I think people who are disdainful about the notion of entertainment are idiots, because it's like the noblest and oldest profession, do you know what I mean, to be an entertainer. And so on that level, it's kind of like my job is to kind of make sure that people in the crowd are having a good time, do you know what I mean? And that's, again, I think that's a noble profession. So, you know, I just kind of like, when you look at kind of like the way that like Dylan these days kind of seems to be willfully trying to piss everybody off. You know, I went to see him the other day, and he played piano behind the drummer for the entire set, and it was just like I paid like 100 quid to go to that show, and it was just kind of like, yeah, you're a fucking artist, dude, but you're a dickhead as well. You know, play some acoustic guitar now. Play some songs I know. Come on, and you know, so I mean, obviously that's an extreme example, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm not out to like make life awkward for people at shows, so I guess you do move it around a little bit. But having said all that, I feel pretty confident that I can play to most types of crowd and achieve something. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've toured with like metal bands and stuff in my time, and indie bands, electronic bands, like folk, punk, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, never really had a bad time of it particularly. So. Yeah, I'm very pleased that you describe my music as accessible, because I think, again, one of the things about playing in hardcore that I found quite frustrating was it was almost a bit kind of like you were speaking a special language, and for people to appreciate what you were trying to achieve artistically, they needed to kind of have the code in a way, as in, so they needed to be into kind of music with screaming in or whatever and heavy stuff. And it's not that hardcore isn't a style of music with quite a wide artistic range, but it's through this prism of extremity that basically I just got bored of the fact that my mum's a musician, but there was just no way I could talk to her about what I was trying to achieve artistically with Million Dead, because she wasn't tuned into it. Right. And I found that really frustrating, because, you know, she's an intelligent and musically minded person, and it was just like, yeah, it just really pissed me off. So, I like the idea of making music for everybody. I want to make community music. I want to make music that all types of people can be into.